What is up, everybody? How are we doing, folks? How are we doing? Hopefully you guys are doing well. All good in the Forest City. All right, so the breaks are moving nicely. So the SPX is sold out. Some of the other breaks are chugging along nicely. But SPX will be the first break. What number is that one? 87. Nice. Maybe good luck, right? Maybe good luck. So we will start that break very shortly. Start with the SPX, and then we'll move on to the, it looks like the tin break is now filled or filling. The mixed break, I'm going to see if there's any pendings to get rid of those. Alright, and then hopefully some of those pendings. What's up, Ian? How you doing, sir? All right, so let's keep rocking the spots out, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, we got some good plans for that, Ian. Definitely. we got some good plans. As I said, sometimes it just takes a bit of a while to get it all ready because there's a lot of moving parts in those breaks, a lot of big items that we need to grab and all that fun stuff. So sometimes bringing it all in has got to be... It's got to work. What's up, Jeff? How you doing? Ramsey, I still have been bugging my guy for numbers. They've delayed it again, but I'm still waiting on my numbers to kind of know where we can be, which is extremely annoying. So, as I said, until I can know my numbers, it's frustrating, but... Cody, you'll find out later tonight. I just got to touch up one more thing on it. But, think of the last month in months that we did is probably around that price, which I think was either $4.99 or $5.99, somewhere around there. That's pretty much a price we're always going to settle that one at. Just so you know. So again, SBX will be the first break we do tonight, which is right there. Wow. I guess I'll starve for the rest of the night.
You owe me, by the way.
No, you owe me now. It's your turn. But what happens, JT? I am. So SBX, folks, right here is the first break. Then we'll do the tin break. Then it looks like the blaster break is filled. So that'll be the next one. So we're going to start the SPX in about, actually, is it a random? Oh, it's team select. So we're going to be ready on that one. You can't send me theories on Reddit.
How's that theory?
If my websites are not valid, so you can't say, literally the title says theory.
Did you read it doesn't say theory. Where does it say theory?
The first one.
The first one is about the FTD cycle.
Yeah, it says theory.
No, those are the dates that I'm telling you to look at.
I know, but I'm saying it's a random theory.
The color, sorry, whatever. Let's
It's a random theory from a Redditor.
Second one.
I will
A
later.
little bit more interesting.
I'll trust these random Reddit people.
Sure.
All right, so a couple more minutes, folks. The first break, SBX will be going. Will be exciting. So, big Vegas. What time's the Vegas game on tonight? Nine. Okay, nice late game. That's awesome. Well, I will definitely be watching that one. What do you guys think on that one? Who's going to win? Who do you guys have winning the Vegas game tonight? I honestly think, where is it? It's in Vegas, right? Home game for Vegas, so I'm going to say Vegas is going to win 3-1. Maybe 4-1. I think it won't be that close of a game. Minnesota with the 3-1 win. Interesting. I like your style and call. And I was also reading up before we started the SBX break that I guess the tickets for Montreal are like $2,000 a ticket. I understand it's a pretty sweet game to go to in general, a Montreal playoff game, especially against the Leafs, but that's a lot of money to spend on, especially as you have to buy them in pairs apparently. So you're paying $4,000 for the game no matter what, minimum. That's a lot of money. Ethan, there's many Leaf fans here. We have a lot of fans of different teams, but I'm a Leaf fan. There's a lot of Leaf fans in the room. I will claim myself as one of the most honest and realistic Leaf fans out there. Jeez, yeah. The only thing I will say, Ethan, before I start SBX, am I worried? Yes, because of Maple Leafs history. But you take out history, which I think does have a decent part of it. I don't think there's been a few periods that the Habs have outplayed the Leafs, but nothing about the entire series has shown me that the Habs can honestly beat the Leafs on a normal game. I'm not trying to make excuses because a win's a win, a goal's a goal. But I would say 3 of those 4 goals yesterday, if not all 4 of those goals, were pretty much plays that were pretty god-awful. And I don't mean they weren't good plays, because that 2-on-0 was a beautiful play by both of them. But you gave him that 2-on-0, like literally handed it to him on a platter. Sandin gave Kotkaniemi basically the puck behind the net. The first one was a nice check by Perry. So I'll give him that. I would say that one's kind of a wishy-washy one. Beautiful shot by Armia. Definitely will give him that kind of goal. It's not a... But we coughed it up. Sandin had ample amount of time to get around the boards. And that second goal, I'm 99% sure Justin Hull knocked it in. Again, gritty play in front of them, but I'm pretty sure with Campbell flopping around, one of our guys knocked it in. At the end of the day, I just don't think Montreal could beat us 3 times in a row. But again, it is the Maple Leafs. So I would just... Nothing surprises me at this point, and I'm not putting it past us. I wouldn't be shocked if we don't win next game. But I definitely would be a little surprised if we lost in Game 7. I just don't see them being a better team all around. Right? So, like, that's... Again, I know Habs fans might think that's biased. I don't think it's biased. I'll kind of... Any goal that's a goal that's earned, I call it as is. Like, the Maple Leafs goals were lucky. The Muzzin goals were both lucky. But they were earned. They weren't giveaways and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you know, they haven't really shown much offensive talent yet, the Habs. Or much of a threat yet. And Carey Price is the only reason I will say why I do think that they could win the series. That guy is absolutely brilliant right now in the net. Absolutely brilliant. Again, Ramsey, I don't think it's lucky because, again, you still got to be in the right spot at the right time. Kotkaniemi forcing Sandin or pushing Sandin to cough it up is still a good hockey play. But it's also still a stupid play by Sandin to give it up. But, again, you can't say it's lucky because Kotkaniemi did a great job. He worked hard in front of the net and got it. Here we go, 14,487. We've got the SPX 10-box break. But I do think Price has absolutely done a phenomenal job between the net. You know, Jack Campbell, I think, has been... Here's the honest thing, though, I'll say, Ethan. I think the reason why Jack Campbell's not getting the recognition... I think, now, again, my honest opinion, I think he's been good. I do not think he's been great. I think Carey Price has been great. Obsidian jersey for the Hawks, Patrick Kane. And the thing is, I definitely think Campbell's been good, but has he made any, like, oh my god saves? I feel like Carey Price has made at least 3, 4, or 5 of those already. Where you're going like, oh my gosh, that should have gone in. We've got a black rookie of Suter for the Chicago Blackhawks. But again, let me clarify, Campbell has been very solid. I do not think there's any panic or worry with him. Obsidian jersey of Kaliev for the LA Kings. But Price is just on a different level right now, in my opinion. And we've got a rookie jersey auto for the Canes, Morgan Geekie. 375, Morgan Geekie. Box number 1. He's done. But like talent for talent, I think the Leafs could win. The only reason I think tomorrow is a bit of an iffy game is I feel like if Montreal scores the first goal with the fan base, that could be a bit of a difficulty for them. And I just, as a Leaf fan, I think with a weak kind of team mentally, I will say that. I think that could be the issue that we could have. Benson to $3.99 for the Oilers. In my opinion, the Leafs need to get a goal or two quickly and early to take the fans out and kind of go from there. $3.49 Velarde for the LA Kings. $3.49. But, again, Minnesota was down 3-1, and look where they are right now. Anything can happen. No good team is safe right now. Base jersey of Brad Marchand. Boston Bruins. Base jersey. And we've got a base auto, Jonathan Toews. Chicago. Jonathan Toews. That's a nice one. Probably a short print, if I had to guess. I will say, again, I'm not trying to be biased, guys. I think Matthews has been better than Marner, but I definitely think both need to show up. I'm actually very disappointed in Marner in this series. I don't think Matthews has been phenomenal by any means. Extravagant materials of Eichel. And I will say, I just feel like Marner's coughed up the puck a bit. I feel like he's not putting his A game, I feel. And the other thing that's frustrating me, shoot the damn puck, man. Any shot is a good shot right now. We've got a 349 for Vegas, Reed Duke. There's so many times, it's like, this simple plays I feel like are getting messed up. For the Carolina Hurricanes, Morgan Geekie. SBX rookie jersey. And we've got a 125. That one looks very bright. It's kind of interesting. Lustrous Rookies patch auto for the Devils, Ty Smith. $125 Lustrous Rookies patch auto for the Devils, Ty Smith. And we got an Anderson for the Maple Leafs. So, as I said, I honestly do expect the Leafs to take Game 6. I really do believe that. But I wouldn't be shocked if they don't take it and it goes the other way. And honestly, at this point, straight up, guys, I would not be shocked if we lost in 7. I feel like it's just kind of ingrained at this point. Lustrous Rookie Auto of Angelo for the Penguins, $2.99. Lustrous Rookies Auto, Angelo. We've got for the Buffalo Sabres, Sam Reinhart. I actually was saying that today. I do not know why, just for the time being. They don't put Nylander on the first line instead of Marner. Shadow Box Rookies of McMichael, as well as put Nylander on the first power play. That way you can have a shooting threat on each side. You have Marner in the second power play, which probably would beef that thing up decently. I feel like that'd be very smart. And a rookie jersey auto to 375 of Letinov for the Sharks. Letinov. Like I said, I'm not saying Marner's been horrible, but that power play has been okay. I don't understand why don't you give 2 shooting sides. Nylander's been phenomenal so far, and I don't think he's scared to shoot. Matthews, obviously, we all know how he shoots. Put him on each side. You have Marner's second power play. I feel like it beefs it up. I would definitely take out Thornton on there. I'm not a big fan of Thornton on the first power play. $2.99, Besser. I would actually put Simmons in front of the net, potentially, because I feel like he gobbles it up, or kind of Hyman or something like that. Obsidian Purple to 99 of Pui Suter for the Chicago Blackhawks. They are definitely not the same thickness. Like, for example, that one is thick. Very thick. And some of them are like 75 points. If you need AJ, go to our checklist. I can link it after, or someone can link it now. Ovechkin for the Caps. Jersey. We have it on our checklist section. I think it shows the thickness of each card. And we've got another Lustrous Rookies patch auto to 125, Alexander True. San Jose. I'll see. Actually, give me 1 second if I can quickly link it for you. If that will help you out. So, 1 second, sir. We have a very, very good checklist section, by the way. So, you're probably going to... I don't know if you've known or ever seen our checklist section. But you can type in a player name, a team. It's going to sort it, search it all for you. Very interactive checklist. I absolutely believe we have the best and smoothest checklist on the internet. On the entire web. We've got an Obsidian jersey, 249 of Barkov. But I will say, if Maple Leafs lose this series, this will be the only series that they should have won, in my opinion. 349 Joseph for the Penguins. So this would be my first year I'd be actually disappointed and they underperformed. Previous years, I was not super disappointed. McKinnon for the Avalanche. So, they definitely need to win this. And we've got a purple rookie auto to 25. Yo Levy for the Canucks. Yo Levy. Sick. It's been a solid case so far. A lot of decent items. Yeah, I'm not too worried yet. I'm not too worried yet. We've got a $2.99 Andersley. Base card for the Islanders. Shadow box for the Dallas Stars. Jason Robertson. Shadow box. Jason Robertson. For the Maple Leafs, we've got a rookie jersey of Korshkov. And we got a superscripts John LeClair. Sweet. John LeClair. That was a pretty quick and sad finish for the Nashville game last night, eh? The crowd was going crazy. They win, they lose the draw, then game over, and you're like, oh. Felt bad for the crowd because the crowd was absolutely insane. We've got for the Sharks of Letinov to $2.99. What's up, Mr. Golden? How you doing, sir? $2.99, San Jose. Jersey of Rene. Nashville. And shadow box of Soderstrom for the Coyotes. Shadow box rookies. I don't see why you would think they're done. In my opinion, I don't think the Habs have shown enough that they can win game in and game out. I just don't see it. Extravagant materials, McDavid. But again, anything can happen in the playoffs at any time. And realistically, you are right. If they win the next game, it's literally just one game away for either team. We've got a rookie jersey auto of Angelo for the Penguins. To be fair, Brad, is that a hunch or is that a fear from history? Because I feel like it's probably more on a fear of history. Well, Golden, I do truthfully believe the last game the Maple Leafs gave you a lot of those goals. I'm not saying you guys did not play well, But those were not, I don't know. Just my opinion. 299 Pekka Rinne. I do not, honestly, Golden, straight up, I don't think you guys played a good game last night. I really don't. We've got a 349 for the Habs, Belzile. 349, Belzile. We've got a base jersey of Hyman. Yeah, but we also got to pretend, honestly, sorry, Brad, the other Brad. And number to 49, Hurdle for the Sharks. There also could be Leaf fans in there, right? I'm not saying I expect a lot of them to be Leaf fans. But I don't think there was, I don't think there's going to be definitely some Leaf fans in that room. Not many. I'd maybe say 100 at most, 200. But just because it's in Montreal does not mean there's not going to be any Leaf fans. Just like if it was in Toronto, there would definitely be Habs fans. We've got a 299 Giordano. I just don't think, and again, maybe Golden, you can tell me I'm completely biased. And straight up tell me. I just don't feel there's been any game, the whole game, that Toronto has been outplayed the whole game. 299 Matthews for the Leafs. I feel like game 1, Carey Price he was Carey Price. Game 2, you guys lost. 3, you guys lost. 4, you guys lost. And 5, I still feel like we played better. Extravagant Materials, Kaprizov. Beautiful card for the Wild. That actually sells a lot more than I thought it did. We had a customer bring one in that we're selling for him, and I was shocked how much it sold for. And we've got a Pavelski base auto. There we go. Dakota, I saw you bought 6 packs. So did you want a full box and 2 loose packs? I'm guessing that's obviously what you want. Game 1 was the closest. I'll agree with you on that, 100%. But again, I'm not using this as an excuse, Golden, so I hope you kind of agree with me. And I think it goes on both ends of the both teams. I absolutely think that JT thing shook a lot of the Leaf players. And don't get me wrong, I also think it shook Corey Perry and quite a few other guys too. But I definitely do not think the Leafs had hockey game on their mind all game in that one, in my opinion. But yes, that would be the closest game. I'll give you that. So Dakota, let me know if that's what you want me to do for you, sir. The crowd, as I said, tomorrow's game, that first goal is going to be massive. Yes to what I said. So you want a box and 2 packs. Okay. I will get that done in between the trading for you, sir. So give me a few minutes. Toronto, in my opinion, to have a good success tomorrow, they need to get the first goal. Get the crowd out of it a bit. For the Habs to continue the series, they need to get the crowd into it as soon as possible and score a goal quickly. Or score the first goal. I feel like those are going to be massive factors for next game. If you're the Habs, you got to put the doubt in the Maple Leafs of collapse. Score the first goal, score it early. Make them really start thinking about it. No worries. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming to... I would be absolutely stunned, Jeff, if they didn't. I think that would be very unfair. I do not think he played a bad game. I do not think he played a good game. I do not think he played a bad game, though. I'll be honest, I actually thought he looked very shaky. He dropped the puck, kind of looked a bit odd. So I'm a little worried about that. If he's... Maybe it's just a weird game for him, as I'm hoping, but he did look a bit shaky. All right, so got that. And random time. 14,479. 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Copy. Paste. 1, 2, 3. Copy. Paste. Cody Columbus, white balance Ed Money, Ramsey Colorado, Penny Arizona, white balance Chicago, SLB Vancouver, Ramsey Montreal Philly, Mike's got Pittsburgh, Peter Toronto, Mike's Ottawa, Shutter Tampa, SLB San Jose, Penny Islanders, Mike St. Louis, Ramsey Detroit, Cody Florida, Ramsey Calgary, Mike's got Washington Dallas, Peter LA, Scott Carolina Rangers, Boog's got New Jersey, Scott Nashville, Boog's got Buffalo, Ramsey Anaheim, Shutter Boston, Mike Winnipeg, Scott Minnesota. And here's the other thing, as a for me personally, and I'm not saying you guys will agree with me or won't agree with me, and I truthfully do mean this. I would rather Toronto get knocked out in this round than the second round. And here's my quick reason why before I do Dakota's box and the group break. If Toronto loses this round, they'll consider it kind of a disaster, and they'll be forced to make some pretty good changes. If we make it to the second or third round, it's an improvement, and I think they'll kind of go steady for the course. I still do not think we have a cup contending team yet. I still think we're a step behind the Vegas, the Tampas, the Colorados of the world. So if we lose, I actually look at the positive and going, I think that would actually be better for Leaf fans than losing in the second round or third round, in my opinion. But again, just my opinion. Not a Leafs fan, but you agree. Exactly. I'm not saying what changes are possible, goal, and I'll try to think about that when I'm doing the next couple boxes. It's more so I think it'll force them. You have to do changes if you lose in the first round. And I'm not saying it rudely, but if the Leafs lose to the Habs where they should have won, that's my point. You're basically like, you can't consider yourself a cup contender, do the same thing next year and go, well, it was a bad series. You can't. You have to change. I would just say maybe get rid of one of the big boys, whether it be Marner, Tavares, Nylander, and bring in a bigger defenseman. I don't know. I don't really know. There's not much, honestly, on the Leafs out change right now. That's also the honest thing, too. I don't think there's much out change. All right, Dakota, let me know when you're ready. Oh, he's got no more. Okay. Marner, potentially. I don't know if Matthews would be very happy with that, to be honest, and I think that also plays a part of a role. I think if Matthews is going to stay long-term, he probably would want to be surrounded by the guys he likes. All right, here we go. Here we go, Dakota's 6 packs of SPX. 2 from... we got a rookie jersey, Ryan McLeod. We've got a lustrous, that's a good one, rookie auto, Ty Smith to $2.99. That definitely is a good box hit. Lustrous rookie auto. Oh, I'm not saying, Shane, that they should get rid of him. I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised if they try to change something. Again, not saying that they have to get rid of one of them. But again, if I could, let me put it this way: if we can get rid of Marner or Tavares, I know I'm not saying it's easy. Base jersey of Reinhardt, and get 2 solid defensemen or a good solid forward again and a defenseman. I don't think it hurt our team that much. We've got a Pride of a Nation autograph rookie, Martin Cott. Those were very hard. I think we only got one of those on the first night. Martin Cott. But in my opinion, Shane, you kind of said the Leafs should keep their core, but then move on from Riley. I have Riley in that core. I think most Leaf fans have Riley in that core. $2.99 base of Barkov. This is a solid box. And a 99 purple Dylan Cousins. There you go. Solid. Solid 6. He would, but what do you replace him with though? And again, I'm not a massive Riley lover. I don't mind him. But what do you replace Riley? What could you replace Riley with in the market right now? And again, I'm also asking that question because I legitimately don't even know what the market has. So that's why I'm actually asking that. Like again, if Morgan Riley's price is to say 5 or 6 million, could you honestly find better? I don't know. Again, I'm trying to be straight up and saying I actually don't know. Riley for Luke Shen. Oh, great. Yeah, I don't know what he actually would get. The sad news is I feel like somebody would overpay for a player like that. I just feel like that's been proven in history that when a guy is somewhat decent, somebody will pay good money for him. But again, I just don't think replacing Riley and adding one more D is our problem. I don't think it's our problem. Oh, they're there. Tins were brought in already. All right. Luke Shen. Well, there's always been a lot of futures for a lot of teams. Carlson gets 10 million. That's what I'm saying. It scares me. I agree with you. If Riley's asking for like 8 million, that's gonna be a problem. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it, but I do agree with you. That would be an issue. They probably won't keep him. Dakota, that's kind of where I'm going along. And in my opinion, I feel like we save some money if we get rid of Anderson next year. I actually do believe that. I think we would save some money. I don't know which of those guys are not with us next year with the Folignos, Simmons, and those guys. I don't know how many of those guys are gone, to be honest. All right, 479, sorry. We're going to start that one, folks. 479, here we go. Here we go, 14,479. We've got the tin break. You know what, Jeff? I don't know. I feel like Riley, and I'm hoping, obviously, as well. I feel like he's the type of guy that he would rather stay with a good team and a good core than maybe ask for a bit more money. I don't know. I might be completely wrong on that. And he wants as much money as possible or out of Toronto. I just feel like he's the type of guy that maybe doesn't care about that stuff. He'd rather stick with a good team and hopefully take a bit of a discount. But award winners of Makar for the Avs. Again, there's certain guys I get a feeling on that with, and certain guys I absolutely do not think that would ever happen. He's one of the guys I think would stick with the team. We've got a canvas. Ty Smith. Simmons to me has been very underwhelming. I'm not saying I expected much of him, but I do not think I've gotten pretty much anything out of him yet, in my opinion. Regula Young Guns for the Hawks. Timothy Liljegren for the Maple Leafs Dazzlers. I feel like he's been underwhelming to me. Portraits of Yo Levy for Vancouver. Marquee Rookie of Ottinger for Dallas. Connor Ingram, Retro Marquee Rookie for Nashville. Sen Young Guns for the Devils. Canvas for the Anaheim Ducks of Gibson. Marquee Rookie of Reed Duke for Vegas. And I'll do that one after. You know what's annoying, Chris? Is I actually wanted Perry. I remember when Perry is kind of open. I don't know why the Leafs did not grab Perry. I don't know if there's reasonings behind it. I thought he would be quite useful for us in the playoffs, honestly. I'm not saying he's been very useful for you guys right now, but I feel like he's been better than Simmons. Suzuki and Caulfield, great players. Award winners of Yossi for the Preds. Cody, it'll be later tonight, whenever I'm off. Colin White, canvas for the Sens. Probably 20 minutes, half an hour. I'm offline. I've got to tweak a few things on it. Sorokin, Young Guns. Get them now while they're hot for the Islanders. And a Braden Point Dazzlers for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Again, if anyone wants them graded, let me know. Portrait rookies of True for the Sharks. Dakota, yeah, we got a pretty busy lineup, but I can definitely try to get them in there. Fabry for the Detroit Red Wings, canvas. As long as your PayPal confirmed, you can do as many as you want. McMichael for the Caps. Portrait of Harley for the Dallas Stars. Well, to me, Caulfield's a better version of Suzuki, but they got same IQs. Gross Young Guns for the Coyotes. So that's why I do think they're great together. And Lebes. Yeah, Caulfield is, he's going to be a stud. He's going to be fun to watch over the years for sure. And annoying to watch as a Leaf fan. But only the Leafs can do that kind of stuff, eh? Like, they make you literally wait for intermission, overtime, get excited, and here's a 2-on-0 within a minute. Paul Mary, canvas for the Devils. Literally only them can disappoint you like that. Pui Suter, Young Guns for the Hawks. Oh, nice, Mario. How'd you do on it? Portraits for the Penguins of Angelo. Marquee Rookie for the Hawks of Entwistle. Matt Dumba for the Wild award winners. Peyton Krebs Dazzlers for the Vegas Golden Knights. Portraits Rookies for the Oilers of McLeod. 9-5, nice. K-Andre Miller, Young Guns for the Rangers. You take Wayne Simmons. At league minimum, I don't disagree with that. I think he's enough of a force on the ice that is helpful. Marquee Rookie of Reed Duke for Vegas. Galchenyuk I would definitely take back. I would actually consider taking Simmons back. I don't mind him, or not Simmons, Spezza back. Thornton, sadly, I'd probably say no. I'm not a big Thornton fan right now. I probably, now what he's worth in the change room to the guys, for example, could be worth that, you know, 700,000, not million, 700,000. But playing wise, I feel like we need to beef that up. Yeah, 1 million, I think that's more than fair. Kivaranta, Young Guns for Dallas. Patrick Kane, Dazzlers for the Chicago Blackhawks. Yeah. We got a canvas for the Carolina Hurricanes of Aho. Yeah, you got to feel bad for Galchenyuk on that. Dumb play, but you got to feel bad on it. That's probably a horrible feeling to give that up on in overtime. Mikey Anderson, LA Kings, Young Guns. Portrait of Patrick Kane for the Hawks. Base. Well, either way, we got at least one more exciting game. Quinn Hughes, canvas for the Canucks. Maybe two, who knows. Anna Harley, Young Guns for the Dallas Stars. You know what I love? I always love when I read internet banter back and forth. And the one comment, Golden, you'll probably like this. I love the stupidity overall of a lot of people. So the one guy literally said, the Leafs really suck. The Habs are going to take it in 7. And they said, like, the Leafs really suck. So the guy wrote, yeah, but if the Leafs really suck and you beat them in 7, then you beat a sucky team. And then the guy wrote back and said, well, the Leafs are a really good team. It's just funny that they suck. And I was like, how does that make... That conversation doesn't make any sense. It's funny how people are. Dylan Coughlin, Young Guns for the Vegas Golden Knights. Aho, Dazzlers for the Canes. Any Habs fans right now should be saying the Leafs are a great team. That way, if you guys win, you beat a great team. Ryan O'Reilly for the Blues. If we suck and you beat a sucky team, how does that make you a better team? I don't understand that logic in general. Game jersey for the Coyotes, Phil Kessel. Coyotes. And going back on that, I always remember back in the day, I think it was the 15-16 year when we really did suck. Connor Ingram for the Preds. I always remember I was at a game with my dad and somebody yelled it out. I was like Maple Leafs, you guys suck or something. And the guy was like, yes, we know. Portraits of Shen for the Blues. And it's like, we do suck. It's not a good thing that you guys are beating us. We are a horrible team. It doesn't, yeah, exactly. Kreider for the Rangers, canvas. Khrushchev, Young Guns for the Hawks. I don't know. I would never play Winnipeg and say Winnipeg sucks, and then we lose to them and go, well, you know, we don't suck. They just suck. Like, see, Chris, that's called bias, though. I will happily say if a team that I don't like is actually a decent team. If the Habs, I still think the Habs are not a better team than the Leafs. I think they are years away from being a good team, a really good team. But if the Habs were where the Leafs are now, for example, I absolutely would say they're a good team. I am not, I know it's ingrained in our heads. Norris for the Ottawa Senators, Portraits Rookies. But I understand and respect your position on that, Chris. Burakovsky for the Avalanche, canvas. Velarde, Young Guns, LA Kings. I will also state, I don't even care if it's tabs or not. I'm excited to see fans. McMichael for the Caps, Young Guns, and a Marner Dazzlers for the Leafs. Because obviously for me as a Leaf fan, it's the first time fans are in the building too. That excites me. Sheer Canvas for the Devils. And that's the thing, like, I don't like Brad Marchand either. But he is a phenomenal player. You cannot deny that. And again, it's almost like you're countering your own argument. Tyler Benson, Young Guns for the Oilers. If you honestly think the Leafs suck, but you're happy that you're beating us. So do we suck and that you guys should beat us? Or then why are you happy if you're beating a crappy team? Or admit that Toronto's a decent team, and then if you beat us, wow, you guys beat a good team. I don't know. Makes more logical sense. Bellows, glossy for the Islanders. Evans, gold for the Habs. Caught for the Avalanche. That is a lot of money, Chris. Beaudin, gold for the Hawks. Robertson for the Dallas Stars, glossy. And a blue jacket to Foodie. Like, I'll be honest. If the Leafs had tickets for sale, I wouldn't be paying $1,500 for that. No way. Evans for the Habs. Norris, gold for the Sens. Bellows for the Islanders. I just think that's too much money for a first-round game, period. Soderstrom for the Coyotes, gold. Robertson for the Leafs. Harley for the Stars. Just my opinion. Gold of Engram for the Nashville Predators. Kravtsov for the Rangers. Della Andrea for the Dallas Stars. Kravtsov for the Rangers. Della Andrea for the Dallas Stars. Gold. Kravtsov for the Rangers. I just, honestly, again, if the Leafs lose, I feel like that's a disappointment on the Leafs, not anything else. Like, the Leafs absolutely should win this series. I just don't think there's any excuses not to. I know losing Tavares and partially Foligno hurts, but I still think we're a better team overall. Now, losing to the Jets, I think Jets are a pretty deep team. I know me and 8 Feet have gone back and forth on who's deeper. But I don't think they're that far apart in terms of how they are as teams. So, we'll see. Oh, Tom Wilson, man. I feel like any team would take him in a heartbeat. As much as he's a bit of a loony sometimes. Leafs will win the series? I hope so. I hope so. Honestly, I hope so for obviously personal reasons. I hope so for the hobby reasons. I feel like the with Crosby now out, Ovechkin now out, McDavid now out, we pretty much will have McKinnon. I'm trying to go through my head. Who's the other top guys right now in the hobby right now? Like hot hobby players. McKinnon, I think, would be the best. Probably yeah. So right now we pretty much just have Colorado, I think, left. Is there anyone I'm missing on that? I don't know why I just kind of went blank on that. Like if the Habs win, I win. I'll give it. You have Caulfield, which is helpful, but again, there's no cards, so it's not really super hot right now per se. Marner is, yeah, we had that discussion earlier, Shane. I agree with you. Marner absolutely is not looking like the number 3 player in the NHL. Is that correct on stats? Van, I'm not saying Kyle Connor's not deserving to be one of the best players in NHL. I'm stating hobby valuations. So do not get me wrong. I think like guys like Marchand are phenomenal, Bergeron phenomenal, Pastrnak phenomenal. I'm saying hobby. Like obviously Matthews will outsell Kyle Connor 20 times over. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's I don't know with the Marner thing, what's going on that. I feel like I don't know. I absolutely do agree with you guys. I think he's very he's played very underwhelming. I know he's got 3 or 4 points in 5 games. It's not horrible, but it definitely is not where he should be at. He needs to be better. Now, to be fair, I think also Matthews needs to be a little more on the goal scoring sheet. 1 goal in 5 games I don't think is enough for him. But I also don't think he's been playing bad. I don't think he's been playing great. Solid. Yeah, you know what, Van Dirk? The one thing I've learned in the hobby, there's guys, for whatever reason, that just do not sell. And I do not know why. Like, Barkov, for example, or Bergeron are great examples. Lights out amazing players. Do not get any love in the hobby for the most part, which blows my mind. Like, literally blows my mind. 14,485. We've got the random 1, 2, 3. Copy. Paste. 1, 2, 3. Copy. Paste. PT's got New Jersey. Cody Montreal. Jeff Islanders. Eric Boston. Static Scott Chicago. Gerald Dallas. Eric Washington. Gerald's Minnesota. Scott Vancouver. Static Nashville. Jeff San Jose. Eric Tampa Philly. Cody Carolina. Static Pittsburgh. PT's got St. Louis. Static Anaheim. Eric Buffalo and Calgary. Scott's got Detroit. Peter Ottawa. Jeff Florida. Eric's got Rangers, Colorado, Arizona, Toronto. Jeff's got Ed Money. Eric's got Columbus, LA. And Peter's got Winnipeg. Well, here's the thing. I wouldn't say Matthews isn't doing anything. He has 20-odd shots, I believe. And I might be wrong on this stat, but I thought they said he hasn't been scored on their line. He does have 4 points in 5 games. He does look like every game there's a couple plays that he's very close. Like, to be fair, he's hit the post, I think, twice already. The open net, Corey Perry, beautiful save by Corey Perry with a stick. Things like that. I definitely think Matthews has been playing better than Marner, but I do think Matthews needs to play better. I agree with that. So I'm not a complete homer in saying that, Matthews is just, tearing it up. Stutzel, in my opinion, would absolutely be worth grading at. I think any of those guys that Shane pretty much said in the bottom, I would grade as of right now. And honestly, with playoffs, like guys like Sorokin, you never know. Get in on that early. If guys like Sorokin can start, if they make it to the semis and stuff like that, oh, you guys are going to be killing it. Yeah. So, but we'll see. Again, tomorrow will be a great, at the end of the day, it's great to watch hockey on Saturday night. A great series. It hasn't been super exhilarating, to be honest, but any hockey's good hockey. I'm just happy to have sports. Caulfield, I think, will get the most attention right now for next year. And I think he should get the most attention next year. Great market, great player. Sid, I agree with you. As I said, in my opinion, for a guy who just Rocket Richard 1 goal, and the other, I wouldn't say problem, Sid, but it's kind of going to your point, and I do agree with this. When you have guys like Nathan McKinnon getting, 5 or 6 goals, lighting it up, when you have guys like Marchand, Pastrnak scoring, dragging their team to the second round type thing. You know, and you have Matthews and Marner kind of not really doing that. I agree. It also it makes it look worse than it really is. I don't think Matthews has played bad, but I do not think he's played good. I think he's just played okay, solid. All right, we're going to start the break for 14,485. Here we go, 14,485. The 3 blaster. MNT is delayed now, shorter than they were. They've been catching up. I think they're 2 to 5 weeks or something like that, or something like that, instead of the 4 to 8, which is great. So they are slowly but surely catching up. Victory of Tambellini for Vancouver. Oh yeah, Drysdale and Byfield are going to be phenomenal. I think next year could be a very good rookie year overall. We've got an Alexander Vasunev for the New Jersey Devils Young Guns. Eric Wellwood for the Flyers Anniversary Young Guns. And a Joe Hansen for the Caps. Yeah, Zegras, Caulfield, Drysdale, Byfield. Smid for the Oilers, 20th Anniversary. Andrew Ladd for the Jets. There's a lot of good next year. Right? A lot of holdovers that are phenomenal, which is great. Victory rookie of Clifford for the Kings. Victory of Bergenheim for the Tampa Bay Lightning. We've got a Justin Braun for the San Jose Sharks Young Guns. Well, it's normally between 6 to 10 business days. Dolphy for the Carolina Hurricanes, victory rookie. And I'll say about 2 weeks after that, like 2 actual weeks, Bobby Orr Heroes for the Boston Bruins. So normally, I would say about a month. They've been, as I said, they've been getting better and better as time goes, but I'll say about a month. So, not bad. Especially at that price point. Spencer Knight, yeah. Portraits of Hughes for the Devils. Nedeljkovic. Yeah, that guy's crazy. Right now, playing very well. Ustamenko Young Guns for the Flyers. But the good thing going on Matthews and Marner is that they haven't had to be great yet. I think if Toronto was like down or they weren't scoring, then I think there'd be a lot more pressure on them. But they've looked okay even without them, right? And I think that's also why the pressure's a bit off. Canvas of Kreider for the Rangers. Goudreau Dazzlers for the Calgary Flames. He does, yeah. He does that stuff out there. Yo Levy Young Guns for the Vancouver Canucks. Yeah, I actually wouldn't mind seeing Nick Robertson play next game instead of Thornton. But I don't think they're benching Thornton. If you want my honest opinion, Chris, portraits of Tarasenko, they did announce that the 2 and 6 days will be taking faster priority. And what I mean by that, so on the email, just to be clear to anyone else, it basically says there's still 2 to 5 weeks delayed on top of their normal services. Portraits of Zuccarello for the Rangers, but on the 2 and 6 day, they're going to have those as close to the 2-week delay as possible. Mike Riley for the Wild. So your 6 day would be 6 business days plus 2 to 3 weeks. Whereas your 30 days will probably be 30 business days plus 3 to 5 weeks. So 6 days, in my opinion, is probably your best bet. Shining Stars, LA Kings, Doughty. So that would be my opinion of what you should try, Chris. Base. Schmaltz for the Hawks. Young Guns. Shining Stars Rainbow of Seabrook. I'll go through. I would say the Ty Smith for sure, Dakota. And base. There we go. Definitely the Ty Smith. Yeah, I mean, I noticed the last email they sent, Chris, to their dealers, they basically specified that all 2 and 6 days will be given a little more priority on speed than the other ones. So the delay is less on those ones to give you more of an incentive to actually get a 2 and 6 day. So in my opinion, the 6 day is by far the best deal. And also, I might as well throw this out there because I know we have a lot of guys who grade through us, but I also know we have a lot of guys who do not grade through us, which is completely fine. I'm more than happy with that, guys. Obviously, do whatever the heck you guys want to do. But I will say their sale, according to the dealers, was ending shortly. I highly recommend if you have any cards you want to get graded, get them in. I know they said it might end at the end of the month, but it also might get extended for a week or two. But I highly do recommend checking that out if you have any, because it's honestly a really good sale. Like a really good sale. If you want to use ours, give me a second, sorry. Dakota, I'll show you what we have. So you do a checkout through us. We do everything for you, the shipping, the receiving, obviously, when we call you when it gets back. That's our special. Our special is roughly a 10-day special. Again, 10 business days. So you're probably around 10 business days plus 2 to 3 weeks on top of that at the current delay. But that is what I recommend. If you want to go through them directly, great. Not a big deal. You just got to ship it to them and do all that stuff. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, let's see where we are right now, and I'll keep trucking along. By the way, the SPX 5 box team select has 3 left. If you guys want to get that one rocking out. 8 left in Ultra. And here's the rest of the breaks. Sid, if you have the cards in hand, in all honesty, it would probably be faster and save you guys a bit more time to send them directly to them, so you do the checkout on their site. The only benefit to us, Sid, is that I can confirm that when we get them, and then we can confirm back. As much as I appreciate the business, and I said we make a few bucks in every grading, so I do appreciate that. But if you want to just honestly, it's pretty much the exact same if you go through them. But like I'm saying, go through them if you're shipping to them directly versus shipping to us. It's the exact same. But like obviously, if we have cards here, it's why not, you know, utilize it, right? Tim Horton jersey cards? Oh yeah. Dakota, anything high end right now or good rookie, I always recommend getting graded. So even for example for you, the Ty Smith I'll get graded. And I don't know, I think it fits, but the Dylan Cousins purple I'll get graded. They're not new, they're about 4 years old, Sid. We have literally probably done 15,000 cards through them over 4 years. They have been absolutely phenomenal. Again, everyone's going to have their opinions. They're a Canadian company. I can tell you right off the bat, a lot of Americans do not like them. I've liked everything about them. I know, again, you can never please everyone. Chris, that's for your personal... So, we deal with this too. So I can only explain how we are to it. Is whatever you declare, that's what they're going to declare on the way back to you. So if you don't really, like, for example, if you ship them $5,000 of cards, but you declare it at 50 bucks, just understand that when they ship it back to you and they declare 50 bucks, if they do get crushed, you're not going to get the value. My recommendation, you might have to pay, if you're, I don't know, if you're in Canada, I would absolutely just pay the insurance close to what the cards are worth, because it's probably worth it. Sid, I honestly love, and I'm very picky with companies that we deal with, and I know the guy who runs the company, very good person. I like what they offer. I think their price points are phenomenal. Again, there's always going to be positive and negatives to any company you deal with. This American likes M&T. Woohoo! I always just remember when we first started too, I literally had Americans immediately just not like me, and I never fully understand why. Right? Chris, I would presume they're not going by graded value because the cards are not graded. I would presume that means raw. So, for example, again, hypothetical, if you have a Matthews Young gun that sells for 500 bucks on eBay raw, I would probably put it at 600 bucks Canadian, because you don't know if you're getting a 10 or an 8, right? So that would be my guess. So Dakota, again, do you want random packs? Because we do have several boxes worth of random packs, or do you want a sealed box? Because I think you bought 4 of them. I will say, Snyder, I do think, and this is me being completely straight up and truthful, I do absolutely think that extended long term will be an absolute phenomenal product. Sealed box, okay. And I don't think, yeah, Trilogy was loose packs if I remember correctly. So 4 and 4. All right. But yeah, as I said, you know what? I just like what they offer, honestly, and they're very. I know it's funny. We literally had a guy message us a couple days ago, and this is the stuff I always tell you guys about. I always have fun with these kind of conversations. But like, we literally had a guy message us a day ago because he got his cards, and he basically said he wanted a detailed explanation on every grading he got. And by detailed, he means, why did the corners get a 9, not a 9.5? And I told the guy, I'm like, dude, they won't give it to you, and B, it's like, at the end of the day, like, they grade very hard. And he wanted a breakdown because he thought that they were completely wrong. It's like, I just don't understand how some people think, in my opinion. It's also amazing how many people are professional graders, apparently. All right, Dakota, let me know when you're ready again. That's the one I think I love the most. How many people, when they drop off the cards to us, they tell me, this should be a 10. And like I look at the card, I'm like, I can see 2 white corners. This is definitely not a 10. And why would that be a 10? Glenn, how you doing, sir? Oh yeah, you know what? It's funny as how many people, Rich, they honestly think that they, like the funny thing is like those kind of people. I'm like, do you guys not even grade it? Like, do you not know PSA exists? Like, they literally don't even give you corners, edges. They give you nothing. They just tell you here's your grade. Like, you want a detailed explanation of your grades from one person. And yet one of the, arguably the biggest company in grading right now, PSA, doesn't even tell you what the grades are. They just, here's your 9. Did they really? So that proves my point right there, right? Like, but the funny thing is, Glenn, people want, it's weird. People want grades, honestly, if they're higher. Or sorry, people want honest grades, but they don't want them if they're low. That's what it is. And the funny thing is, and I know most people might disagree with me on this, because I've had a few conversations with people who are like Beckett loyalists. They look at that as a good thing somehow. To me, in all honesty, does that not just make Beckett look like they're a lot easier than M&T? Like, I don't know. Like, to me, it's, I feel like that definitely does not make them look good, the Beckett people. And Dakota, again, let me know when you're ready. I got your stuff ready for you. Glenn, yeah, you can always email me. I always have fun watching any videos. I just... Now, let me ask you this, Glenn. In the video that you saw, was the guy surprised? Was the guy saying that's good of Beckett? Was he saying that's bad of M&T? I'm kind of curious if you want to kind of give me a quick rundown. I'll definitely watch it later either way, but... And exactly, Rich. I don't understand. Guy at PSA, guy or girl at PSA, Beckett, KSA, M&T, SGC, they're all just humans. They're all going to have different viewpoints on cards. I do think certain graders just naturally grade easier because it's better money for them. I'm not going to deny that. I do think PSA is more happy giving out 10s because it's probably better for their business right now. Here we go, Dakota's second batch of packs and box. Let's see how we can do. Super Stage of Korshkov. And we've got a rendition blue of Velarde to $3.99. Beautiful card. Renditions blue. Velarde. We've got a Rookie Premieres level 2 of Letinov. Yeah, the problem is, Rich, the person who gets the card, their general intent is to sell it. So as much as they want to pretend that they want a hard grade, most people want a good grade. They don't really want a hard grade. Renditions of Yellison. And a Rookie Premieres jersey, Liam Foodie. And what I mean by that, if I said to you, do you want a graded 9 card that's an honest grade or a 9.5? I would bet you most people would say I'll take the 9.5. Super Stage Korshkov again. And another blue of Belzile Rookie Renditions. Belzile. All right. Now to the box. And that's also where I think the problem lies, Rich, is if you ask most collectors if they have their PSA 10, but you told them for whatever reason, say, that actually is a 9, there's no way they're going to want to be like, okay, put a 9 on there because I want the honest grade. They'll take the 10 and take the money. And that's not a bad thing. I think it's just a very honest thing. We've got an Obsidian jersey to 249, Vasilevsky. That's funny, Standing O. Obsidian rookie, Tyler Benson. There's literally hundreds of cards for Matthews that I've looked up on eBay that I could literally point to several things in their 10s. Getzlaf for the Ducks. Yeah, which is not a bad thing, right, Glenn? And we've got a purple Obsidian Scripts rookie auto to 49, Morgan Geeky. Boom. Very nice. Nice Geeky. His persistence paid off. Well, of course, right? Well, Mason, the monster tomorrow is going to be a draft. It's our month end big monster, which is going to be a draft. Team draft? Yeah, team draft. So, ladies and gentlemen, obviously we got several breaks up there. If you guys want to get them rolling, we have 2 left in the SBX. If you guys want to get them moving, great. If not, then they'll go tomorrow. I do have a big monster again thing. Whatever I suggest. So, in my opinion, 1, 2. I would do the 2 that you. Who's that, Benson? I would do the 2. So, Dakota, if you want to do a checkout for 2 of them, that's what I suggest. I'm not going to tell you the exact amount, but it'll be between $450 to $600. It'll be a big boy. But Glenn, also going on to that comment, I've literally had people also kind of say, like, it's a double-edged sword, and I feel bad for M&T on that. It's a double-edged sword because you may be known as the hardest, but people want the biggest money out of it. And I feel like that's a tough position for them to be in because people want money, so they're going to go to Beckett or PSA to get, I wouldn't say a false grade, but a different grade. Either might give them more dollars in their pocket, and I don't know. I think it's a tough one for them to be in. Rich, yeah, we've definitely had some, mail delays over the last, like, month or so. Oh, you know what, Standing O? We've had this conversations, like, no BS, 30 times. It blows my mind how many people expect M&T to be as high, if not higher, than PSA and Beckett already. And you're going, they've been around for 4 years, and they're already considered close to Beckett and PSA. That is incredible. Caleb, absolutely, I can rock down off for you. But I think it's incredible that people even consider them in the conversation with those guys. Who will coach Columbus next year? That's going to be an interesting one. That honestly is going to be an interesting one. There's a decent amount of good coaches ability out there. All right, so Hummel Kid, let me know when you are ready. Yeah. At the end of the day, I'm just very happy that Canada finally has a really, really good option. And I do think, and I stand by this, guys, and this is from a store owner. I think all of you guys and girls out there who want to see them succeed should keep helping them out and keep pushing. The problem is, if we keep pushing out, it's like opening new stores, right? If a new store opens up in your local neighborhood and you just don't shop with them, you go to, if you're in the U.S. and you go buy from DA or Steel City, and that store goes out of business, you're not helping the hobby grow. At the end of the day, anything that, anytime you guys can ever grade and help them out, it's only going to grow the company, which will help them get better. I'm a big believer in that stuff. All right. Let's get this going whenever you tell me, oh, you said good to go, so I'm good to go. Here we go, Hummel Kids Trilogy Box. One left in the break, sweet. Well, let's get it going. Let's get it going. You already forgot who his last coach is, funny. I was going to say, Mason, I feel like the people who have been... Super Stage of Hawk and Paw for the Ducks. And a $9.99 rookie of Bellows for the Islanders. I feel like people who just bash M&T, I feel like there's always weird reasons just that don't really make much sense. But we got a rendition of Reed Duke for the Vegas Golden Knights. And a $9.99 of Harley for the Dallas Stars. Because I've also told, I will also happily tell you guys, I've had several people who have been upset with M&T. Renditions of Lafreniere and a signature pucks of Dylan Strome. And from my unbiased opinion, because they dropped off the cards through us, all of them, in my opinion, were kind of unwarranted. And the problem is, people go out there and they bash it, and it's like, to me, it was very unwarranted. A lot of them. Super Stage of True for the Sharks. And a rookie jersey of Josh Norris. Canada's grading company of choice. I don't know legally, Rich, if you could do that. Could I don't think I could say, Canada's hobby store. I don't know. McMichael for the Caps. And a Byram $3.99 renditions. Super Stage of Johansson. Liam Foodie, $9.99. The one guy I remember, and we had a conversation on here, he was adamantly bashing him about his Gretzky rookie. And then he posted online, and everyone was like, yeah, it looks trimmed. And he did not want to accept that for an answer, and, bash. Here's the way I look at this. If anyone sends in a trimmed, altered, fake, reprint, whatever it is, at the end of the day, a company's always going to err on the side of caution. Whether it be PSA, Beckett, any of those companies are going to go on the side of caution. It's much better to potentially say a card's trimmed and it's not, than to grade a card that has been trimmed and say it's good. It's a very fine line. I do understand both sides of it. But man, some people, and mind you, it's just like us, we've had complaints too. I will tell you a fun one that we dealt with 3 weeks ago, guys. So listen to this one. We had a guy who wanted half a refund, because he thought that was fair. half a refund on a box of artifacts from 0809 because the redemption was no good, and it was a wild card redemption of an absolute freaking nobody. But he did not like that Upper Deck said no on the wild card redemption, and basically wanted us to give him half the value of the box because it had a card that he could not get. So I don't understand, number one, why it's my fault that he bought a box that in every box you get a redemption. That 13 years ago, that card was expired 10 years ago. That's my first thing. Jeff, I will tell you, and anyone who runs a business or has been in any sort of service, no BS. I would say standing O is very close to the number. I would say about 2 to 4% of every transaction, like 2 to 4 people out of every 100 you're going to deal with are absolutely out of their minds. And there is nothing you can do to change their minds. We have had people send us the absolute stupidest requests, and you're going like, I don't even know how you think. Like, the most common one that we deal with, and I'm not saying mistake, the most common one that we get, and maybe Be Gold, I don't know, Be Golden, exactly what you do again, I apologize. But the one that we get the most is, if you don't fix this, I will bash you guys everywhere. Happens all the frickin' time. It's basically a threat saying, if you don't fix this, we will bash your name. And I don't understand why they think that's going to work. I need to make a video, yeah. You know what the other funny thing is, and I'm not trying to be rude, and I honestly, and I please understand, guys, I do value everyone's honest opinions. But there absolutely has been many times, and I can tell you, almost all of our negatives are me offering them something, they don't like it, they want way more. I offer them a bit better, they want way more. I try to do something to help them out, they're just not happy, they don't get what they want, they bash me, it's going to happen either way. Like, it's one of those things that blows my mind how consistent that honestly is. Is all of our... We had a guy call us, I think one of our negatives, for example, on Google, is a guy who wanted to sell us baseball cards. Dan said we don't really buy baseball cards, like singles, because we don't have the market, a crazy market for what he had. So he wrote that we turned him down rudely on the phone, and it's insulting that a card store doesn't carry baseball. It's like, we just don't carry a lot of baseball. You know what? The other thing is, Rich, I will tell you, the amount of people that do not understand that that's a threat, and I don't mean that's a physical threat, but literally when I write back people, I'm pretty aggressive when I write back those people. I'm like, you guys threatened us type thing, right? And they're like, I never once threatened you. It's like, well, you saying you're going to bash me if I don't help you is essentially a threat. Like, and they don't honestly understand that that's a threat. They just think, well, I'm just going to be honest. Well, that's not being honest if you're trying to tell me you will do this if I don't do that. That absolutely is a threat. SBX is closed. Yeah, you know what, Jeff? I've always been a big fan of, even when I go on like vacations, I always read negative reviews and I try to take an unbiased opinion of, is this person a little out of range, you know, or is this person crazy? Like, I remember one time a funny side review I read is somebody was mad because there's like a Ritz-Carlton, and I don't know how I landed on this review, but it was a Ritz-Carlton, and they have a no dog policy in this place, and the person wanted to get, like, they brought in a dog, and the people told them not to bring in the dog, so they left a massively negative review saying that, like, their rights as a human being is to have a pet. And it's like, if they have a no dog policy and you bring in a dog, Why is it a negative? They told you not to bring in the dog. It's stupid stuff like that. Snyder, here's the thing. I would also argue this. I would not say it's your word versus his word, or obviously her word. In all honesty, the way I would look at it is, look at the trend of a business. Right? If we have done this for 11 years, thousands upon thousands upon thousands of customers, and this one person suddenly had the worst experience that we're not accommodating to them, whatever, it's very possible that it's not us, it's very possible it's them. I would look at it that way. Right? Like, it makes more logical sense. And the other fun one I always read into, and I kind of live by this, if you run into an a-hole in the morning, you probably ran into an a-hole. If you run into an a-hole in the morning, evening, and morning, afternoon, and night, you are probably the a-hole. And I've always kind of lived by that one. And I honestly do. It's funny, as a business now, I really understand it, because there's always those customers that everybody is wrong but you. Yep. It honestly, yeah, that's also the problem with the world in general, is that literally it's always the people who are the negative experience are the ones who are going to leave the reviews. Very few times do people, the positive people, leave reviews. And that's also where I find it kind of sad, is I wish people were a little more happy to leave reviews on the positives. Because if they have a bad experience, they're definitely leaving a review. If they have a good experience, very few people leave reviews. Again, that is just the way business goes. All right. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do that one. There we go. Yep. All right. Best of luck. SBX half case. Here she goes. Here we go. 14,488. SBX 5 box break. Actually, I will tell you. I'll tell you one of my funniest ones we've had. I'll tell you after this break. Literally one of my funniest ones we've had, maybe of all time. One of them. $2.99 Bergeron, Boston Bruins. $2.99. We've got for the Senators the 35 finite rookies gold. Josh Norris to 35. We've got Patterson for the Vancouver Canucks. Patterson. And we've got a, nice, this is a good box. A goal, illustrious rookies patch auto to 125 of Quinney for Vegas. I saw the gold. The card is not gold, just to be clear. 125 illustrious rookies, Quinney for Vegas. But yeah, it literally was one of my favorite stories that I've had in a long time. And it goes to show you sometimes that exactly what Rich said. Sometimes people just have bad days and they take it out on the wrong people. But it was just beautiful. Classic. Just classic. We've got an extravagant materials of Stamkos Tampa Bay. Yeah. Finite rookies, Broberg for the Oilers. The ones I always love, Van Dirk, are the ones that I waited 45 minutes. They generally tell you you're going to wait. Karushev for the Hawks. As I said, any restaurant I've ever gone to, they either tell you how long the wait will be roughly, or you see a massive lineup and you can make an educated guess that you're probably going to be waiting a little while. Obsidian Scripts, rookies, Sorokin for the Islanders. Sorokin. We've got for the Islanders, gold rookie to 99, Bellows. The only negative reviews I actually really look at are the 3 stars and like 2 stars and 4 stars. Hoaglander, 349 for the Vancouver Canucks. That person's probably got some honesty in them then. For the Philadelphia Flyers, JVR. I have heard that one before. So yeah. JVR. And we've got a Keandre Miller rookie jersey. $3.99. For the Rangers. Hold the pickles. We've got a Liam Foudy. Blue Jackets, $3.99. Holy finite rookies in this this case. Karushev, finite for the Hawks. These are super hard to hit in the first night. And I've gotten 3 already. Jersey of Alexiev for the Caps. Alexiev, rookie jersey for the Caps. Oh, nice. Lustrous rookie auto short print. Bowen Byram. $1.99 Bowen Byram. I will tell you, the angriest people always have the most time on their hands. They are the ones that I swear they sit by the computer, they wait for a reply, and then they instantly reply back and like ignore everything that you write and just mash that keyboard again. No Boston or Calgary yet. We got one more box still to go. We've got an Obsidian jersey of Scheifele for the Jets. I'll double check that, Ramsey. Just give me 1 second. I'll grab that and just double check it right after for you. We've got a Robertson, $3.49. $3.49. We've got a duos, number to 99, Hayes and Hart. Glenn, I would say, trying to think in my head. And a rookie jersey auto, Beaudin for the Hawks. Hawks again, one of the strongest teams. There we go. We've had extremely little customers in store ever face-to-face. Very, very few. It doesn't look too bad, honestly. I still would get it graded no matter what. That corner is the worst of the bunch, if it focuses, by the way. Yeah. My grading services are now available. I feel like I'd be an okay grader. But that corner is your worst. Don't want that little nick. Again, I still think a Byram autograph. It doesn't look like there's a lot of surface scratches at all, which is pretty crazy because black is normally horrible for that. I definitely would get it graded either way. It's a beautiful card. Again, over my years, I've noticed anything black, like black rookies, you're probably a 9 is a good grade on those. And an 8.5 is probably average, so that's kind of what I would be anticipating that would be as well. But I would get it done if I was you. They hung up when you provided. No worries, Ramsey. Not a problem. So the fun one we had recently is one of our girls here. A customer called super upset. Like super upset. They called her, they literally on the set called her brain dead because she was trying to, basically he got 2 boxes instead of 3 boxes that he ordered, okay? So he ordered 3 boxes from us, he got 2 boxes. And then he's describing the package and Anna was like, that doesn't sound like we would pack it that way. So then he started accusing that the boxes were opened and that we were shady with the package. And we're like, but we don't put what that stuff was in the package. Like, Dan and Eric have a specific way of how they package boxes. So the guy goes on and on and on, rips Anna a new one. Like, literally calling her brain dead, stupid, all this stuff. Obviously, it upset Anna quite a bit because you never want to be called that, you know, in general. It's not nice. So Dan gives him a call back. We tell him we don't appreciate that, blah, blah. He rips into Dan. Dan says, send a picture. I just want to see if it's like what the package looks like because I'll verify because I do the packing. Same with Eric. The guy sends a box, picture. Ashley checks the email. And we're looking at the box like, okay, it's a pretty normal box. Because obviously, it's in a case box, obviously condensed down. But we look at the label. The label is from a different dealer. And then we check our tracking, and he hasn't got ours yet. So basically, this guy absolutely blew up at us, and it was not even our package. It was someone like another store's package that they shipped to him. The only thing I will say, which is an extreme rarity, he actually did apologize to Anna on the phone, which is rare. You don't get people actually apologizing. But I just thought it was absolutely hilarious that the guy could have just taken 2 seconds to look at, you know, the label on the package to realize it wasn't our store. It was a different store. So you didn't need to blow up at us. So, but yeah, we that's what I'm saying is dealing with you guys is a delight. I'm not gonna lie, it really is. There's a lot of negativity every day. So I very much enjoy dealing with you guys. I know sometimes there's always issues. I understand that, but it is very nice dealing with you guys. So guys, I'll give you guys about 10 more minutes. Because none of the breaks are really, really close. If not, but I want to get working on finalizing that big monster that I have ready for the end of the month. So I know a few of our guys have been asking about that, and I would love to be able to get it up sooner than later. I will tell you, standing O in the beginning, and even now still, it is not a very nice feeling. But what happens is you become numb to it over the years, and you start realizing no matter what happens, you are always going to have somebody who's upset with you. And I've really learned that over the years is I've always tried to be honest and reasonable with anyone. It's just sometimes some people just absolutely expect everything. Meta, I have literally told customers straight up, customers are not right. And I'm a big firm believer. I know you guys may not like hearing that, but like that guy in the artifacts, why would I give you half a refund back for an expired redemption that's 13 years old? Why am I liable for that in any way, shape, or form? And why the hell am I giving you half your money? Ramsey, I got that, sir. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'll make sure to get that out for you. Dakota, same thing. I don't know if you've purchased the gradings, but if you can, make sure you get that purchased. That way we can get that out for you. Yeah, very rarely though, standing O, does it happen face to face. That's what I've definitely noticed. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I'll give you guys about another 5 or 10 minutes. If things don't get moving, then the monster will get up a lot sooner than it probably was looking like around 11 it should have gone up, but now it probably will be closer to like 9:45 or 10, which is great for you guys. And again, guys and girls, I do hope you guys realize we are trying to make the Mega Monsters as big as possible with unique products that are pretty much non-existent in the market nowadays. So we are trying our best to make it fun and unique, and hopefully hit some massive, massive cards. So, but this is up to you guys and girls. I said, want to give you guys some time, absolutely. Yeah, it's fun. I'm not going to lie, it's still a dream job no matter what. It'll take a lot to bring me down mentally, so. Hell, I've had people get mad at me. Golden, I think, I don't know, I think you were there that night. Is my wife had, I'm trying to think what she has, why am I forgetting what's called now? It's pretty much subsided now, but when you're vertigo. So we had a newborn, and she had vertigo one night, so she could not see to get up the baby, and like horrible, horrible vertigo. It was like feeling like garbage. So obviously I had to like leave blog early, and like just tell everyone, guys, I apologize. I'm leaving like in the middle. Not, I think it was maybe in the middle of a break or right after the break, or I rushed a break, whatever it was. But I had a couple sold out breaks that I had to do. And I had one email after that the next day. The guy was like, I know that you had that thing that you had to go home, but I still find it was unfair to leave the 2 breaks. I'm like, really, dude? Like, you do get those people, and those are the ones I just don't understand. I really don't. Like, I'm sorry. I'll tell my wife to make sure she sits at home while the baby cries, because I have to do 2 more breaks. That is my #1 priority. So, those people exist. It's sad. But the good news is 98% of you guys are not like that. Only like B Golden's on that teetering edge. Yeah. But Mason, I'm happy you're excited for me to get up the big monster. Same with you, Cody. Can't remember who else. I think someone else asked about it. I will be getting it up sooner than later, obviously, because you guys are giving me ample amount of time to get it up sooner than later. Not a bad thing. Yeah, who gets a refund and block from any future purchases, I know. I don't know. And the problem is you can't really do anything. Actually, Cody, are you still here? And Mason, are you still here? I do have a question for future. For any of you guys who join Monster High-End Breaks, I'm not saying it changes the way we're doing this one. I actually just want your honest opinion on something. If you guys are in the room. Don't be that guy. Absolutely not. But if Mason and Cody are here, we know you guys do join the big breaks. So, let's say you have a monster caliber break. Let's say we take the last monster again for sake of conversation to make this easier to convey. So, I'm not talking about anything else. Let's take the last monster break. And then I put up a 15-16 cup tin in the break. Or I use it as a giveaway. Is it better to have that as a giveaway to everybody? Or is it better to have that in the break for somebody? And remember, it's not a team select, it is a team draft, so everyone can pick the team that they would like. You know, everyone has a shot at that number one pick per se, is that's what I'm going to get to. But is it better to have a massive prize out of the break or a massive prize included in the break? And again, there is no right or wrong. I'm just asking your two opinions. If Mason's still here, great. If he's not, no biggie. So just kind of, and obviously any of you guys can answer. Okay, yeah, the question is always for anybody. I like asking the questions of people who join the breaks because obviously they're the actual ones paying the money for it, and that matters. But obviously I like opinions from everyone else too. The only reason I ask that is because sometimes when we've done these breaks, if I use the big item as a giveaway, sometimes it makes the break look weaker, and I just don't know if that's a bad or good thing for you guys. But if the giveaways are not strong and you don't do good in the break, it's that hurt it. Like, I try to look at it from both ways. But so far you had 2 people who like it in the break. That's good to know. Again, does not mean I'm going to do it on every single one. Yeah, no, it's all good points. I appreciate that. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, are we going to call that an evening so I can get the big boy posted? Agree? All right, that's good to know. Honestly, very good to know for me. I appreciate that. Again, I always like doing a bit of both sometimes because I like to kind of see which one goes, but megas are getting tougher because those products are pretty much getting non-existent now, which is sad. But yeah, we're definitely trying for you guys. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, short and sweet, but again, the monster will be up. I'm hoping, guys, after I do all the videos, a couple sorting, stuff like that, probably within the next 25 minutes, half an hour, so please pay attention to that. Also, there will be a Saturday break with a free spot going into that, so pay attention to that. But with that being said, have yourselves a beautiful evening, and see you guys tomorrow afternoon. Have a good one, everyone, and thank you.